Hey, it's Sester2582 coming back at you with another video, and today I'll be doing a review of the Johnny Lightning diecast. And this is actually technically a duplicate car because I technically already did a review of this specific car, but this is actually a recolor, and of course it actually comes with extra than the other one that I did a review on before. And that car is this absolute beauty of a car, the 2000 Chevy Monte Carlo. Excuse me, that's the 2003 Chevy Monte Carlo pace car. Now, of course, if you've been watching my channel for a while, and if you have, thank you very much, first and foremost. I really appreciate your support on these videos. It's just really cool that a lot of people take interest in that. But also, I've bought this car before, but it was actually in red, and I found I think in that video I mentioned there was another one, and I never found it until I went to Hobby Lobby one time, and where I found that Red Bull Hot Wheels Formula 1 car. I found this one too, and it was a huge surprise to find that here. And yeah, I can't wait to look at this one and just have two different colors of the Monte Carlo side by side. So yeah, of course produced by Johnny Lightning, with Chevrolet, of course, in the Storage Tin Pro Collector Series, I think. Paid $11.99 at Hobby Lobby, which I don't know if it's good or bad, or I overpaid, but even then, it's not bad, especially for this car. Of course, I love this Monte Carlo. I love the Monte Carlos, of course. But yeah, and there's the tin and the diecast. Let's take at the back of the box here, and there's a bunch of other cars. You can read that if you would like. And of course the other Storage Tin series. I've actually bought a 300ZX, I believe it was in red, that came with a storage tin. I actually forgot where it was, which that's not good. Of course the Chevy Monte Carlo SS was one of them, but the other one I had did not come with a tin. It was just the car itself, but even then I was still pretty happy about it. And a bunch of legal stuff. So let me cut the camera and take this car out of its box. And alright, we got the diecast out of its box, and of course before we take a look at the diecast, which is of course the main show, let's take a look at the tin can that it comes with, or not tin can, the little tin box that it comes with. Of course, on the side it says limited edition Monte Carlo pace car, which is I think the replica, or looks like the badge it would put on the actual pace car replicas of the Monte Carlo. Of course 2003 Chevy Monte Carlo pace car on there, Johnny Lightning, it's all metal, of course tin, and exactly the same on the other side, Johnny Lightning on both sides. And on the bottom you got a bunch of legal stuff, and wow, it really does not like the legal stuff. Of course a bunch of licensing, mostly for Goodyear and GM, and of course it is functional, so you can open it and store your car if you'd like, and there's a Chevrolet logo under there, so that's really cool. I'm probably not going to use the tin because of course I'm going to have this car in my favorites box for obvious reasons. And there is the Monte Carlo diecast itself, the main show here. Very nice blue. From away from the light in the camera, it looks a lot darker than it is. It looks kind of black, but then here, very blue, very bright actually. So yeah, let's take a look at the finer details, because I love this generation of Monte Carlos. I don't think I've mentioned that, or if you never knew, now you know. I love this generation of Monte Carlo just as much as the 1980s version, so like 86, 87, 88, and the Aero Coupes and such. But this one, of course, is iconic for NASCAR, and as a NASCAR fan, you know, it's cool to see these in person. It's like, oh my god, yeah, that's the iconic Monte Carlo that we used to race in NASCAR, and it's very iconic, and yeah, I'm just so happy with this one. Let's take a look at the front here. Got the iconic headlights and the grille there. Got some paint work detail on there for the bumper and the grille and such. Got a hood, which of course should open. It's struggling. It's struggling a little bit, but oh, I almost got it. This is gonna take a while. I think you have to open it a certain way, just like that other one that I will show soon. It does not want to open, but yeah. Have some molding detail I could see. Not too much engine detail, like paintwork application, I guess. But yeah, it's very tight. Maybe I just didn't get a good one, whatever. On the side we have the checkered pattern, which I obviously love checkered stuff, as you can tell. But this design is very nice. It actually goes well with the contours and the body lines of the car. Of course, it's repping Goodyear Eagle tires, and it actually has a NASCAR logo on there. So interestingly enough, there's no NASCAR licensing or like the little hologram sticker anywhere. So that's cool, and that's very cool to have NASCAR technically on here, because this of course was a NASCAR pace car at the time. So from 2000 to 2003 it says, even though I think by 2003 they might have changed body style a little bit, but this generation of Monte Carlo lasted from 2000 to 2005, I believe. And then 2006 it looked a little bit more like the Impala in the front, but it still looked like the Monte Carlo from the rear. And then 07, yeah, that was the last generation of it. And here is the rear. Let me bring down the little brightness a little bit. Of course, this actually has Indiana plates, and it says 1 of 1401, so 1 of 1,401 made in real life. I think that's what it's supposed to signify here. Rear taillights, of course, super iconic in stock car racing. We got the actual badge on there. It's not super detailed, but it's there. And the Team Monte Carlo logo on the spoiler, so that's very nice. And yeah, and the right side is the same as the left side. All metal chassis, metal body. You got some other little stuff on there. This thing really struggles to focus. 2026 Tomy and round 2 copyrights. Yeah, and of course has a Monte Carlo windshield banner. Now, of course, I did buy the red one at the time, and I'll be honest, I do love the red one. It's definitely a little bit more iconic, as they use this color for the Monte Carlo pace car in NASCAR at the time. But one huge difference, aside from the paint color, for instance, this is just a red, normal red, and this is a blue, sparkly blue. It has the same tires, same everything. The only major difference is, of course, the windshield banner. I don't know why they decided to put it on the blue one here, and it says Monte Carlo on there, and this one doesn't have anything. That's what I find a little strange, that they couldn't put it on there at the same time, but, you know, maybe they made a new one that actually has the banners, but I don't know. I don't collect Johnny Lightnings too much, so I may not know that. And yeah, let's take a little bit of a closer look at this one, which is of course the only one I had. And this one says, this one actually has Michigan plates, I believe. And it says 1 of 2,222, which I think they probably made more in red than in blue, and maybe some other colors as well. But this one does actually have an opening hood that actually does open. Okay, so yeah, I don't think this one's able to open up too much as well. But yeah, just molding detail, not too much. But yeah, very happy to have these two. Of course, I did not expect to find that blue one at all, but I'm very glad that I did, just to have it next to the red one. And of course, for you stop motion makers who wants to do like early 2000s NASCAR stop motions, this is absolutely perfect pace car to use. Of course, this is very accurate at the time, and of course, how could you not? This is just such a cool car. I love this generation of Monte Carlos. It's so awesome. And yeah, how could you just look at that? As a NASCAR fan, how could you just not resist buying these? At least both colors, or at least just one. Then you just need one, even just for dioramas. It's really cool. But yeah, that has been the review of the Johnny Lightning 2003 Chevy Monte Carlo pace car tin edition in blue. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.